mbele, it's the most important. Najua sura mali ilivunjika Junet. But today we are here to sign, or the two leaders will be signing an expression of interest to work together. It is imperative that we all find areas that we can be able to work together. And I believe that the details will be provided with you in time. So without wasting so much time, let me now take this opportunity to invite the distinguished senator from Nairobi, SG Edwin Sifuna, CBS, to be able to read the first 5 paragraphs. And I would kindly request you to actually remain silent so that you can internalize and you can be able to demystify the meaning of this agreement. Welcome, Banaskia.
Thank you, Senator Ledama, Your Excellency the President, Your Excellency Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, Your Excellency the Deputy President, all leaders present here, all protocols observed. My name is Edwin Sifuna. I am the Senator of Nairobi, and I am standing here in my capacity as the Secretary General of the Orange Democratic Movement. Your Excellency, in the capacity as SG, I have certain constitutional duties, and that is why I'm standing here to execute those duties in accordance with the Constitution of ODM. We have taken the liberty to read out this Memorandum of Understanding so that we are all clear on what it is and what it is not. We are all clear on what it is and what it is not. As SG, I want to confirm that this document has been processed through the relevant party organs. And Your Excellency, I have here in this room members of the party's central committee who I'll just request to stand up so that they confirm that this is a decision of an organ of the party. Please stand up if you're a member of the central committee of ODM. Thank you very much. You may be seated. We are going to take turns with my counterpart to read out this MOU. It is titled Memorandum of Understanding to Resolve the Social, Economic, and Political Challenges Facing Kenya 2025. Realizing that Kenya has gone through a long period of political crisis and conflict that has hampered the nation's potential for development and improving the livelihoods of our people. Noting that such crises have often resulted into demonstrations by our people demanding their rights, with the state often resulting to brutal suppression of such demonstrations that unfortunately lead to loss of life as well as property. Acknowledging that the nation will not develop without reinforcing democratic governance and the rule of law, conscious that the decay in democratic governance is expressed through skewed allocation of resources, ethnic intolerance and marginalization, corruption, and noting that devolution, though intended to strengthen democratic governance and development at the grassroots, is systematically undermined and starved of funds. Now, therefore, His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, EGH, being the party leaders of the largest political parties in Kenya and bearing the greatest political responsibility, acknowledge the need in setting up a platform for collaboration and cooperation between all political forces and other stakeholders in the Kenyan society to address these long-standing challenges that threaten our nationhood. As a first step towards this collaboration, His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, and the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga did set up the National Dialogue Committee in the year 2023 and hereby make this resolution on the need of confidence in the country. While this memorandum does not define the formation of a political coalition between the respective political parties, its success will form the basis of steps towards the establishment of a progressive and stable country. Now, therefore, the two leaders commit and resolve to collaborate and between themselves on the key issues identified below. Number one, the full implementation of the National Dialogue Committee report, the NADCO report. Priority issues in the NADCO process, like the cost of living, youth unemployment, establishing a framework for the implementation of the 2/3 gender rule, have been the topics of discussion for far too long, and now must be actualized. Number two, inclusivity in all spheres of public life. Kenya belongs to all persons, regardless of their ethnicity, religion, generation, or geographic location. All of Kenya is clear on the rights of minorities and the marginalized people in the country. Not enough has been done, almost 15 years later, to uphold these rights by allocation to counties, and allow me to now the Honorable Hassan Omar, Senator, to continue with the rest of the document. I thank you.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Your Excellency, the Chair of UDA. Like my brother Sifuna, I can confirm that UDA has also processed this document through the necessary protocols that are established by our Constitution. Present here is the National Steering Committee, which is chaired by His Excellency the President, who I will not ask to stand. There's also the National Executive Committee of the UDA. Can you please rise for recognition? And we also have the UDA party parliamentary group that is also present. I will proceed from where my brother Sifuna left. Number 4, promoting and protecting the livelihoods of young people. Urgent and massive must be made in all agriculture and ICT to create sufficient employment opportunities that provide ways for young people to earn a decent living. Nationwide economic stimulus programs must therefore be initiated. Young people must also be mainstreamed in all political spaces to bring their voices to the table and their participation to the center of all activities. Number 5, leadership and integrity. Kenyans are concerned by the expression of opulence accompanied by rude and arrogant conduct of public officers and the apparent impunity that has followed the same. It must be enforced that the demeanor of public servants needs to reflect the dignity of their offices and the respect owed by them to the citizens of the Republic of Kenya. We must also urgently provide a legal and institutional framework abuse and derogation of their rights. Derogation of the rights to peaceful assembly and protest remains one of the most shameful realities of the who break the law, but an amnesty must be granted to all those who are charged for offenses based on the exercise of their right to peaceful assembly. The National Police Service must update their methods and processes of dealing with demonstrations and assemblies when they are held, and particularly when they have to be managed or contained. 7, the national debt. The urgent audit must be conducted of how much has been borrowed in the past and how debt, and ensure accountability for future borrowing in manners that grants an equitable benefit to all Kenyans from taxes regardless of their locations. Number 8, the fight against corruption. Kenya needs to move from talk to action. We must move from the fight against corruption to winning the war against corruption. We must enhance the capacity of institutions that enforce accountability, and particularly the offices of the Auditor General, the Controller of Budget, and the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Efficiency. A new ethos, and national and county governments must be inculcated in a manner that promotes austerity, justification, and effectiveness in the use of public resources. Number 10, protecting and promoting the sovereignty of the people, the rule of law, and constitutionalism. The rule of law requires that government and its officers to obey court orders and only challenge the validity of judicial pronouncements through legal processes. The specter of abductions and extrajudicial killings do not bode well for democracy. Suppression of constitutional freedoms, including speech, expression, as being key pillars of democratic participation, must be strengthened. The two leaders resolve to respect the identity and integrity of all political parties and to ensure respect and implementation of the provisions of the Political Parties Act. The dialogue and collaboration between the two leaders shall achieve its objectives by A, holding regular consultations on pressing issues of interest to the people of Kenya, B, exchanging expertise and information on the best practices in governance and of the Republic of Kenya. Let me read that again. Exchanging expertise and information on best practices in the governance of the Republic of Kenya. And the two leaders shall deploy their political infrastructure to examine the above matters and any other issues requiring their attention, and shall engage necessary expertise that will assist them in addressing the matters arising. Signed, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, party leader of the UDA, and also to be signed
we have the dates. It's 7th of March. But you'll be able to see it actually. Before I call my co-MC, the majority leader, can I please request that table and seat to be brought here so that the two leaders can be able to come and sign. And now allow me to hand over the mic to my co-MC, a man I couldn't see eye to eye, but now I'm seeing eye to eye. Kimani Ichung'wah, to take over from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my co-MC, Senator Ledama. Your Excellency, as the stage is set, as my co-MC, Senator Ledama, said, as you and His Excellency, Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga sign this MOU, which forms a framework of how we will. Excellency, as we've been told, you and His Excellency the Prime Minister are leaders of the two largest political parties in the country. That means than any other political parties or political leaders in the country. And with that responsibility, Your Excellency, you and Prime Minister are expected to bear. Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I was saying, because you are leading the two largest political parties in the country, you also bear a greater responsibility to Kenyans and to the world. And part of that great responsibility is to ensure the unity of our country and the prosperity of our country. And as we have heard from the two SGs of the political parties, this will form a framework for the cooperation of you two as leaders of those parties and the unity of our country led by the two political parties, the two largest political parties. Your Excellency, I will be inviting those who will be flanking you and the Prime Minister as we sign. As I also try to buy some time for the Secretariat to get organized. As I also try to buy some time. And I will be asking that the leaders who will be flanking you as you sign, I will invite them to stage, and thereafter, after the signing ceremony, we will ask all the leaders that are invited up here to retreat back to their seats, and I will then invite just a few people to speak, led by the chairs of the two political parties. And Your Excellencies, you know that these two largest and national political parties, ODM and UDA, are also led and have chairs who are ladies. And that has ensured that even as you that have begun the mainstreaming of getting our women leaders mainstreamed in our political leadership. Without much ado, Your Excellency, allow me, since I have the SGs here, to invite the two chairs, Governor, Your Excellency, Governor Gladys Wanga, and Your Excellency Cecily Mbarire, our two chairs. Allow me also to invite the parliamentary leadership. In the Senate, I see the Honorable Ladama already on stage representing Honorable Madzayo. Let me invite Senator Aaron Cheruyot, the leader of the majority in the Senate. I am already on stage, so I will invite the Honorable Junet Mohammed, my compatriot and colleague in the National Assembly. Allow me also to invite the acting party leader of ODM and governor for Kisumu, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, to the stage. And also invite the deputy party leader and deputy president, Professor Kithure Kindiki, on stage. Once you are all settled, Professor, you go to the other side. Professor Kithure Kindiki, Deputy President, to the right. You can also see these two largest political parties are the only parties with professors in their leadership and have women chairs. It is now my singular honor to invite the Right Honorable Prime Minister, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, Baba wa kila mtu, to stage. Another loud of applause for Baba wa kila mtu. Now finally to invite His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya and the party leader of UDA to the stage. The Secretary Generals of the two political parties, you will take the documents and please, you may take your seats. The two SGs, you will show our party leaders the pages to sign. That they have fully signed together with our legal personnel, Wakili Paul Mwangi and Wakili Kamodho Adrian. I will now invite the two Secretary Generals to display the closed copies of the memorandum that have been signed. Just in front there. You can open the first page, SG. Just open the front page. Front page. Front page. A hand of applause. I will now ask Your Excellencies to be the first to take your seats. We will try to be very quick. I will now want to invite the chairperson of the ODM party to make her very brief remarks.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, Your Excellency, Right Honorable Prime Minister, and my party leader, Raila Amolo Odinga. All protocols observed. Your Excellency, the Deputy President. The unity and stability of this country, responsibility of a few. It's the responsibility of all of us as a nation. And while we may have different political persuasions, and come from different parts of the country and different schools of thought, nobody can fault unity. Nobody can fault equity. Nobody can fault not leaving anyone behind. Nobody can fault bringing this entire country feel. And I'd like to state it from my own school of thought, that this unity that you have put together today, Your Excellency and my party leader, is not about the two of you. Because Baba here has seen it all. In fact, he has enough for his and all generations. His Excellency, the President, has sat on all positions. So, in my thinking, this unity is for the young people of this country. It's for all of us. Like they have never been part of Kenya, because have always been state in conclusion as the national chairman of the ODM party. And as I say, the largest party south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo, the ODM party. Our party leader, and on behalf of this party, officials and members across the country, all 47 branches, we are behind this unity. We are behind this agreement. We will support it. We will support the broad-based arrangement. Na tuko pamoja mpaka mwisho. Asante, and God bless Kenya.
Thank you, Governor Wanga. It's now my pleasure to invite my party chair and the governor for Embu, Honorable Cecily Mbarire, on stage.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, who is also the party leader of the UDA party. Your Excellency, Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, Deputy President, all protocols observed. It is a great pleasure to be part of this historic event. I want to begin by saying that today, we are reminded yet again that the nation will always remain bigger than our individual and party interests. That indeed, at no time will our individual and party interests become more important than those of the nation. I am happy that today, after a lot of rumors, behind closed doors in some private space, I'm also happy that it has taken serious consultations through the party structures to get to where we are. I'm equally happy that we have not signed a document that remains a secret to the people who we represent and who matter most. Today, Kenyans know what we have signed up to. Today, we are not signing to sharing positions. We are signing to issues that affect our people. So, we have today told the people of Kenya that it is not about positions, that actually the issues that have been bedeviling this country are the most critical issues that should bring us together. But more importantly, this sign for me means a lot. Because what does it mean to me? That going forward, we are no longer going to organize our politics at the tribal level. We are going to organize our politics around issues that affect our people. And therefore, this indeed is a great moment. I want to really congratulate the two party leaders, because you could have decided to stick to and decide you are the tough guys, but you realized how important your decisions are to the nation. But still stuck to regionalism. We are telling them nationalism is bigger than regionalism. To the leaders out there that believe belonging to the minority means you have no voice, we are telling you today the minority too have a voice in this great nation. To the leaders out there who continue to draw us back to where we come from, we are telling them we are moving forward as one united Kenya. Long live Kenya, long live the ODM party, and long live the UDA party. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our party chair. It's now my honor to invite the acting party leader of ODM and governor for Kisumu, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, who I also fondly refer to as old boy, not because he's older than me, but because we went to the same school.
It is called the Alliance High School. For those who do not know. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Hallelujah. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President, William Samoei Ruto, and my party leader, Right Honorable Amolo Odinga. I will not say much. The two ladies have said it all. But there is a Christian saying that goes that once to every man and nation comes a moment to decide. Then it is the brave man chooses while the coward stands aside. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. We see here two brave men who at this point in time in Kenya's history have decided to make an important decision. We must pray for them. It is not going to be easy. Your bed is not made of roses. It is made of thorns. And the thorns are these people here. Not you individually, but you as a collective. Why? Because this decision is going to lead to a lot of demands. Because it might produce results. And those results will not be easy to produce. And therefore, I'm saying here that it's us collectively who are present here today to witness this great occasion, to go out there and support the two brave men. Once to every man and nation comes a moment to decide. Then it is the brave man chooses while the coward stands aside. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor Nyong'o. Your Excellencies, that is it in terms of our party chairs and our party leaders, and mine now just to invite our deputy party leader and deputy president to invite you and take over as MC from now onwards. And Your Excellency, as you have been told, this framework for cooperation is a cooperation not just for the unity of our country, but also to synergize our strengths as the two largest political parties in this country and for the prosperity of all the people of Kenya, all without excluding anyone. Thank you very much. And now my honor to invite the Deputy President, the other professor, Professor Kithure Kindiki, who for the record also attended the same school with the governor for Mombasa and the governor for Nairobi.
And Kimani Ichung'wah was in the other school. Your Excellencies, William Ruto and Raila Odinga. My task is to moderate the last and remaining part of this event. As I do that, allow me, Your Excellencies, to say two things. The first is to say I am a proud Kenyan to see what is happening here today. Because, as other speakers have said, courageous decisions are made by courageous people. Easy and flimsy decisions are made by weak people. And therefore, our coming here to witness this decision is a testament that the future of Kenya looks great, courtesy of the decisions that the two of you have made. The two of you have the largest political infrastructure in our country, by far. Between the